It happens. All right. We got to stop shaming people over our bodies making noise. Hello and welcome to the Unknown Podcast. Here we go. So today's fact is, during your lifetime, you will produce enough saliva to fill 2 swimming pools. That ain't 1 swimming pool, that's 2 swimming pools. All right, now let's break it down. So an average human produces between 1 to 2 liters of saliva each day, which is maximum of 730 liters per year. The average life expectancy is just over 70 years, which gives a maximum of 51,000 liters of saliva produced in an average lifetime. So this is more than enough to fill 2 swimming pools. So there you go. You know, you never needed to know that, but now you do, okay? Now, I want to just, say something. No, not say something. I want to address something, all right? My set. So I got these little creatures to, make the set look nice. When I say little creatures, on the box of the description, whatever it was, it is called Fugly. Like, they legit named this thing Fugly, all right? Now, it's so ugly that it's kind of cute, I'm not ugly shaming here. It's kind of cute, okay? Now it's cute, but it's got like protruding like human teeth, all right? And it looks like a bear, but with weird ears, and it's got like button eyes, like some like, what's that, Coraline stuff? Which, by the way, I know people really like this movie Coraline, but I find it so freaky. Like, your mom and dad want to put buttons on your eyes? Like, no, thank you. That, as a kid, that movie freaked me out. And I guess people like that. People also like, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and you know what, I think that one's a lot better. Okay, I actually like that movie, but in terms of the whole genre, I guess, like style, I guess they're similar, but I can 100% watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. I cannot watch Coraline. It's too freaky for me. Sorry for those fans out there, but that's just not me. So also I wanted to talk about Godzilla 2. I forgot to mention that I actually made a bet with my friends, okay? So normally when big movies come out, I'm like an anomaly, all right? I fall asleep in everything. I can fall asleep anywhere, anytime. And I think I get that from my grandfather, because this man falls asleep on airplanes. He falls asleep in chairs, but he like times it. He's like, all right, I'm going to sleep now. And he just goes to sleep. Me, on the other hand, it's when I don't want to fall asleep that I fall asleep. Like in class, like I'm just chilling at a friend's house, just clocks out, falls asleep, And so in movies, all right, I fall asleep in movies all the time. I'm gonna name some of my feats, all right? So I've fallen asleep in Star Wars, like the new reboot of it or whatever, and it was The Force Awakens, I think. I've fallen asleep in Godzilla 1, all right? Now, I've fallen asleep in Godzilla 2, okay? But the thing about this is, when I fell asleep in Godzilla 2, my friends were happy about it. And the reason is, they made a bet with me, all right? So I made a bet with my friend Nick, who said, he was really excited for Godzilla number 2, and he said, if you fall asleep in Godzilla 2 like you did in Godzilla 1, then, I'm gonna be upset. And he was like, you know what? I'm willing to bet, all right? If you fall asleep, it's $5, okay? So just don't fall asleep. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna fall asleep. Like, it's gonna be an IMAX, it's a loud movie. There's gonna be a lot of like roaring and growling and fighting and whatever. And so I'm not gonna fall asleep. There's no freaking way that's possible. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy did it, all right? I fell asleep in Godzilla 2. Now, for the first one, I fell asleep for probably like 15 minutes. And this one I only fell asleep for 5. So it's not terrible, it was only like a quick little clock out, but I missed something big and I was just kind of like, oh, okay, this happened. And I went with it, but you know what? I lost that bet. It happened, it happened. I can't stay awake even for $5. All right, so I was strolling through social media and I found this really weird thing, and I'm gonna share it with you because, it's weird, so you just need to know it, all right? And what it is this cafe, all right? Now, you might think, oh, the cafes are normal, but you haven't let me drop the mic on you, all right? This cafe is a rat cafe. And I'm not talking about rats as in like, people who are snitching, whatever the case may be. I'm talking legit real rats. There's rats running around. And this cafe is literally, its whole theme is that rats crawl around you. like all over you, around you. And the picture that they had of this cafe was literally the rat like going and taking a sip out of the drink, and like was on the guy's leg, was on the girl's shoulder. Like, you know, I'm not gonna say that rats aren't cool, okay? Because like people give them a bad rap just because they're tail. All right, they're not the cutest animal. They're smart animals. They're good pets, right? But I don't want to be drinking with a bunch of rats crawling around me, and I bet a lot of people are on my side here. Like, unless you're like an avid rat lover, you ain't going to that bar. That's just weird. Ugh. Like, you know, you get the creepy crawlies. It's like imagining insects crawling all over you while you're like drinking at a bar with your friends. It's just something you don't mix. You don't mix rats with a cafe, all right, or a bar. You don't mix those two. They just don't go together. It just, you know, what were they thinking? Like, what the hell? But you know what? If people are actually going to this, which I think is bizarre, then good for them, you know? Weird stuff should be appreciated. You shouldn't just be like, oh, that's weird, not give it a chance, you know? You should at least just drop it a little hope. If people go there, you know, just be like, you know what? Cool. Let's keep it going. What's the next level? What else are they going to make cafes for? They got cafes for everything. They got, oh, I actually kind of like this one. They got water cafes where you literally just go, you get some water, you know, you fuel yourself up, feel good, feel healthy, and you talk with your friends. That's good. That's sick. You know, that's awesome. Coffee, love coffee. Speaking of coffee though, it goes through you, you know? And I'm gonna admit, I'm a tooty guy, all right? I toot a lot. No toot shaming. I don't want to hear any fat shamers. I mean, yo, oh my god, oh, I can't believe this. I don't want to hear any fart shamers out there, all right? For people that like shame farts, all right, it's natural, okay? As long as they give you a little heads up, you know, a little warning that they're about to toot, it's fine, okay? Because then you have time to, you know, evade the premises, you know, look at the exit and just make a book for it. You can open the windows, you can, you know, settle yourself so you don't have to smell the nastiness, okay? So as long as they give you a little pre-warning, it's fine. You shouldn't make fun of their farts. You shouldn't fart. Yo, I almost did it again. You shouldn't fart shame them, all right? But now if they don't, then yeah, go ahead. Be like, excuse me, you stank. But that being said, our bodies make weird noises. You know, you got to get over it. Sometimes your stomach, your tummy, it just starts growling. You know, it just starts making these weird noises. All right, it growls. It. I don't even know. It sounds like rumbling. Sometimes it has little earthquakes, little tummy. I can't talk. Little tummy quakes. All right, it happens. All right, we gotta stop shaming people over our bodies making noise, okay? So what? I burped, you know, I covered my mouth. So what? I tooted, you know, I warned you. So what? My stomach is like making a tummy quake right now, you know? It's okay. It's all right. Also, I watched this really freaking weird film, and I just gotta tell you about it because it is bizarre. Speaking of like bodies doing weird things, okay? Which I'm not shaming. Be proud of your body noises, all right? Your tummy quakes, you be proud of that quake. That's you, that's all you, okay? But this movie, oh my god. So it's centered around this like was a person who plays an instrument, and she was very good. This is like a brief synopsis. And so her mom got sick, she had to leave playing the instrument, and she was really big. Now someone's replaced her. Then she's going to see her performance. She meets her. That girl's famous. She's got everything she used to have, and she's got the same teacher. So it's like his next protege. Now they go on this whole little adventure. I'm not going to tell you like a little spoiler in what happens, but let's just say that the girl gets drugged and some nasty stuff starts happening. And in the end, there's just this creepy like scene where both these people are doing something simultaneously. And oh my god, this movie is called The Perfection. If you're trying to watch some like weird stuff, you know, it's called The Perfection. It's on Netflix. I would not recommend it, but like if you're up for something weird and, you know, just seeing something that makes your mind go, what the hell, then check that one out. I'm giving like movie recommendations every single episode recently, and I've also talked about food a lot, But this one, it's no fart shaming. So this is like, everything's leading up to this. I'm like, oh, eat deep fried food. These are the best, like, what, pies or whatever. And then now I'm talking about, like, not fart shaming. Like, what the heck? It's all leading up to this. This is the climax here. Also, have you ever seen snails eat? Like, I know this has nothing to do with what I was just talking about, but it is freaking mad. They have weird little, like, they look like they're like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like they're sucking in, all right? Their mouths look like little grabbing vortexes, all right? It looks like they like, it looks like little hands, all right? Little fingers, okay? This is a really bad explanation. Imagine like miniature gooey fingers that go and they just grab a bunch of food and just bring it in, okay? It's weird. You should just go watch it, because this thing will make you be like, what the hell? I never knew that. I don't know why I started talking about that, but whatever, it works. All right, so now I wanted to get into a would you rather segment. So let's just, jump on into that. Would you rather live in a dumpster or live in a gas station's bathroom? All right, now, I gotta be honest on this one. I think the gas station's bathroom has a roof and stuff, so I think I'd rather stay in that one. Dumpster's not a bad choice if you want to see the sun and stuff like that, but I gotta go for the homey one, which is the live, which is the gas station's bathroom. I mean, you got visitors, which probably do some wild things, but whatever. Whatever, that one's better. Would you rather use Google Chrome for web browsing or use Safari for web browsing? All right, Google Chrome. All right, that one's the OG. You got incognito mode. All right, you got all your bookmarks. You can make a little theme on it. Safari doesn't have themes. Now, does it? No, Chrome's got themes. All right, that's where it's at. I'm going to say Google Chrome. And 60% said Google Chrome. So we know we're on the right track here. We know what's up. Would you rather receive $50 right now or receive $100 a year from today? I gotta say I'd rather receive $100 a year from today, because I'll probably forget about it and it'll be a nice little gift. They'll just be like, oh, here's $100. I'm like, oh, okay. You just forget about it until later. And it's a nice little surprise. Would you rather never be able to touch anyone again or never be able to talk to anyone again? I gotta say I'd rather not be able to talk to anyone ever again, because there's sign language, first of all. So like, even if you're not vocally talking, you can communicate with other people in different ways. Plus, touch is very important. Like, you got to think about it. Going without, like, I know a lot of people aren't very touchy-feely or whatever, but going without any contact for a very long period of time will probably hit you in the feels. Because, like, think about it. If you go for like a year without hugging someone, that one time where you hug someone, you're going to be like, wow, this feels good. I was missing this. I mean, not everyone's the same, but I got to admit, if I went without touching anyone at all, which sounds really weird, I realize how weird this sounds, for like, let's say like 5 years, like no handshakes, no dabs, no hugs, no tackles, even fighting with your bros, like none of that. And then, you get a nice little hug from your mom or something like that. You're like, oh, this feels good. I feel loved. And instead of not being able to talk to anyone, because there are other ways of doing that. And that is even translated through touch. Like, giving someone a hug kind of shows like, I care about you, It's like a physical way of showing that. So I'm going to go with never be able to talk to anyone again. And wow, most people said never be able to touch anyone again. That's nuts. But I got to admit, like, if it was the case where you can't communicate with them at all, like even with sign language, then I would not want that at all. That would suck. I think if that was the case, I'd rather do the other one, just because to talk to someone is to like express yourself, and you can laugh and everything. And if you don't have that, it's going to be real poopy, Anyways, that has been an Unknown Podcast episode. I will see you in the next one. Peace.